You can't touch me. It's
So
assault
you can't
otherwise.
attend a private event, sir. As
Film it.
This is a public gallery.
Only the police are allowed to touch you. Now, you know that. That's the law.
As my colleague said, it's a private event.
No, you're not
It's a
registered
general
to attend
election
a private
event.
No, it's a private event.
Keep your hands off him. Keep your hands off him or it's assault. He's not got his hands anywhere near you. Keep your hands. Can you please back off, please, sir?
Please back off.
Can you please back off, sir?
It's a general election. I am
Why is he not
registered to attend, sir.
I am
It's
a member of the CWU, which is an affiliate, and I am a member. I am entitled to go in.
No, you're not. You do not
I
register to
am
attend the
paid
event.
to the political fund.
You do not register to attend the event, so you cannot attend the
I can't
event.
attend the event.
You can't.
This
You can't
is the
attend
Royal
Can you
International
please
Consulate.
take
This is
your
the
hands
Council.
off him?
Don't be violent. Let's go out and social media.
You're
time to go.
Do not place your hands on him.
You did.
Keep your hands down. Gentlemen, keep your hands down. I'm going to request once more. Keep your hands down.
My hands out.
Sorry,
You're not.
You are on film. His hands are up.
No, you was before. It's
I'm sorry. What was that? Sorry. What was your? I'm sorry. What's your name, sir? Did you just?
Just push me over there.
Look at the size of him.
I would push me over.
So as has been explained to you, every event that we do is explained to you. You're not registered to attend.
Don't try to
So you're not
walk. I'm
one.
being blocked. This
You're
is
not
assault. This is assault. This is assault. This is the general election, folks.
This event, so if you just leave, you're not getting in.
Because they never registered.
why is he not allowed in though?
You're being assaulted. You're being assaulted.
Well, that's fine. The police will do that when they arrive. Then.
Yeah, well, you assaulted me. I've got that witness there.
That's okay then.
You're being assaulted.
So it's Labour, so we don't let other people in.
Other people are not getting into a general election event.
Because you never registered.
Well, you're crushing me.
No, you're the one that's pushing past.
This is an invite.
No, we've already said it's a private event which you're not attending. It is a private event.
We still don't want people to hit him.
Can you stay as a witness, please?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Because we've already got complaints in against the police already. The
Why is he
already
not invited?
provided against.
Wait, what did the Gordon was in?
He's not registered to attend.
That's fine, okay?
No, I've been assaulted and put my back. I've been assaulted and put my back.
As has been
I won't try to enter this event.
It's a private event, as has been explained. You've been asked to leave.
This is a public council.
Can you please put your hands down, sir? I'm not going to ask you again.
And it's a general election event. I should be entitled to go to that event. I am a paying elector. This is meant to be for the Labour Party in the general election.
New staff who's asked you to leave.
No, I want to go to the event.
As a council, these people are put to
No, it's a general election for the media. It's not a private event.
So see, I'm going to ask you one more time for your own benefit, keep your hands down.
Put me on the ground. No, I'm entitled to go to it.
You're not registered. That's been
I am
explained. It's a
an
private
elector.
event.
I am an elector.
The venue have confirmed it's a private
I am
event.
an
You're asked to
elector.
leave the building, so you can leave
No,
the
I'm not
building.
trying to go to the
Well, you're
event.
just going to get escorted by the police when they arrive then, so it's fine.
So,
Excuse me.
I'll keep going. That's assault. I'm not trying to go up.
I'm telling you right now, for your own advisement, you're on film, keep your hands down.
Very careful.
Keep your hands down, gentlemen.
My hands are with a bag, holding a bag, trying to go up the stairs.
I've got your forearm placed on the front of his body. Can you please keep your hands down? For Christ's sake, use reason.
As the council, all I'm talking about for anybody else.
So how's it a private event? Is it a launch for the general election? Is it a launch for the general election? Ed Balls is making a speech, correct? And it's for public consumption.
No, it's for registered attendance, but you're not registered, so.
I am a member of the CWU with paid membership. I only want to attend an event to question Mr. Ball's on austerity. I want to question him on the fact that £30 billion of cuts the Labour Party voted alongside the Tories for. The same political party and Jim Murphy went through the lobbies and voted for the welfare cap. The welfare cap to cut the benefits of the sick, the disabled and the dying. And also in effect, Mr. Jim Murphy is the same gentleman who's run up over £1 million in public expenses over the last 10 years. Some party that says they want to cut to cut austerity. They're the party of austerity. That's what the Labour Party are. They're so afraid of the general public, they've got minders and they've got bodyguards to prevent people from attending. And it's an absolute disgrace that that's the case.
Tell you something, Keir Hardie is spinning in his grave and you should all be ashamed of yourselves.
On social media, Sean Clerkin, anti-poverty campaigner, that we've been stopped from attending a Labour Party event because the Labour Party are hiding. They will not let members of the general public in. Now here he is again, trying to I don't care. I don't care. You're in my space. You're in my space.
That's a private space to be booked out.
No.
You've been asked to leave several times by the venue.
And you've also placed your hands on this gentleman several times and you're on film, my friend. Believe you me, you're in a worse position for how you've handled this. I can tell you that right now.
As a citizen, as a voter, to question the politicians who are trying to hide. The politicians that are trying to hide, like Jim Murphy and Ed Balls, who are the architects, along with the Tories, of austerity. The same political parties that join together to try and stop Scotland getting its independence. That's what's happening here. And I'm only trying to question them. It's meant to be a general election campaign where they can actually be questioned, and you are stopping me from doing that. So this is the Labour Party today. A Labour Party that's so afraid of being questioned. A Labour Party that's so afraid of actually answering questions about austerity that they won't allow people to actually attend the event. It's an absolute scandal. Can I say that clear? No.
Yeah.
We should
Are you registered? Are you registered?
That's not the question.
That is the question. I'm asking the question.
Why are you hiding?
I'm not hiding. I'm standing right in front of you. Your pal's
Labour
filming.
Party's hiding.
No.
And that's
Sir, don't refer to me as pal, please.
Or for registration.
Tell them.
For a number of health and safety purposes. We have a venue that is booked for a capacity. You're not down on that list. You've not registered. Therefore, you're not attending. It's quite simple.
It's quite simple. I can go.
No, you can't. The venue staff have already said it's a private event that's been booked out for registration purposes.
We are saying very clearly this is a denial of democracy. Yes, right.
You're hiding.
Standing right here. We'll be on YouTube and all of that stuff.
Oh, believe me, you're definitely going to be on YouTube, I can tell you that right now.
It's quite straightforward.
You're hiding. This is all about hiding. That's all it's about. You can dress it up in bureaucracy. You
made your
health and safety.
made your point. See you later.
Do you know what's going to be amazing is when you all lose your jobs? Because that's going to be outstanding when you lose your jobs. I mean, do you know what's incredible is this view politically.
People like you.
There's a venue capacity and that's why you're not in the room. Not registered.
No matter where you were, you couldn't let anybody else in that's not registered.
Well, I think it's an absolute disgrace. An absolute disgrace that you can't just walk up the stairs.
You can't. You can't walk up the stairs.
Actually, if he wants to punch me or push me, you've got to film. Again. I just want to go upstairs to the event.
It's the staff. I have to say to you, it doesn't matter. It's a member of staff here. You can't go upstairs.
You can't want to question my politicians in the general election campaign.
Can I speak to you for a second? I know you're making a point. I can only talk to you as far as the venue's concerned. Guys have booked a venue, it's full to capacity, I can't let anybody
It's a general election campaign.
stand up, but they booked.
We'll just wait here for them.
You've been asked to leave.
But
No,
because
this is a public.
You've been asked
This is a
by the
public
venue.
event. We can go into a cafe. We can go and buy tickets. We can do
not
things.
by your positive disturbance.
I'm not
You have
causing
the
a
right to
disturbance.
ask, son.
No, no.
In my view, you are, so I have the right to ask you to
No,
leave.
I've been dicked twice.
It doesn't matter who you are, who you support.
Come on, do you honestly think a wee guy like
A guy like you, don't give me that. Don't give me that. I was pushed over twice by you, and that's bad.
Sorry.
If I had done that to you, you would have had me charged with assault. And that's important information.
that's important.
It doesn't matter who you support, whoever you are.
Not to be pushed over twice by this individual.
I'm not talking to you.
Well, it's on film. It's on film. It has to be
It's
filmed.
up to you to do that.
That's assault. When anybody's booked, that's assault. I was only trying to walk up the stairs and he pushed me over. He came in front of my lap and pushed me over. So that's that. So you don't like me getting into the space like that.
How you feel, but I have to say I can't let you in because of the capacity. You're not registered, it is full. Doesn't matter who it is, if you're not registered, I can't let anybody else into the room.
And further information is that Ed Balls is the same man, along with Ed Miliband in the last year, in speeches to the City of London, said that we're going to make massive cuts to benefits. Now, there's a £30 billion major cut coming that the Labour Party have voted for. There'll be a combination of tax rises but also benefit cuts to the disabled and the sick. And there's and the Labour Party will be making the same cuts, doing away with employment support allowance, £30 a week, or taxing disability benefits. That's what they plan to do. And I think that has to be highlighted here today for everybody that's here. And that's what they're doing. And what I wanted to do was to ask Ed Balls and to ask Jim Murphy questions on that very subject, but being the politicians that cannot respond to ordinary citizens, and I am an elector in Jim Murphy's own constituency of East Renfrewshire, and I want to make it crystal clear that he does not want to answer any questions. Unlike Margaret Curran, who has got the gall and the bravery to answer questions and actually to meet people, unlike the other two, who are basically not prepared to talk to anybody but a staged audience who are user-friendly, who will not criticise them in any shape or form. It's an absolute scandal that that's the case, that that's happening today. Here we are in a general election campaign where the politicians are separated by people like this as bodyguards to protect from them, that we can't ask them questions, we can't criticise them in a democratic...
I love how you think it's funny. Hold on, Sean, one moment.
Speech is clearly impinged, where freedom of expression is clearly denied, and that's what we're written here. We've been denied the chance to go up there, to go into the street, and to ask the politicians why they're going to implement massive cuts of benefits to people over the next 5 years.
You know what the absolute gall is, ladies and gentlemen, is that the Labour Party was founded... No, look at me. The Labour Party was founded in Scotland. It was founded here. So why is it that the average voter, when they try and ask Jim Murphy, when he walks into stadiums, when he walks in to Hampden Park to just distract the working classes with, oh, I'll just let you drink and forget about the fact that we're just going to try and ram yous with every single cut that we can think of. Hold on, Sean. Yous are laughing. Yous are actually laughing. Are you actually this out of touch? This out of touch? Look, let me ask you something. See if it was a Tory conference. Would you? I'm pretty sure this kind of face is the kind of thing. The face you're making right now to one of the electorate, the face that you're making right now would be something that would be completely and utterly abhorrible. You'd think that would be so out of touch, and here it is, the Labour Party making faces like this to people who actually care about their country.
Ask my colleagues, I never smile.
That is true.
Oh, you never smile. Oh, you never smile. You're smiling a plenty. You're smiling a plenty. You're absolutely smiling a plenty. It's an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke.
And Ed Balls is going to tell them...
Yeah, well, you just keep making the faces, my dear. Keep making the faces that somebody for the electorate, that a voter, that somebody you should be freaking appealing to is actually asking you questions you can't answer. Like, do you not think that just maybe the reason why you are losing, like so terribly losing, it's because you don't pay attention to what's actually happening to the people in Scotland. You are not paying a single iota.
And the fact remains...
Oh no, that's fine. No, that's not a problem.
To tell the lie today...
You stay well away from me.
When they are the architects of austerity, the very austerity that we're fighting to get rid of, the very austerity that voted £30 billion worth of cuts go through the same corridors as the Tories, and they also voted for the welfare cap back in March the 14th this year. Jim Murphy, Ed Balls voted for the welfare cap to cut the benefits of the sick, the disabled and the dying. They're the same people that brought Atos in with the one-equal assessment, while people have died, committed suicide, people who have done that. It's an absolute disgrace that he's up there lying to the media to turn around and say that he is going to fight austerity. That is not the case. He is not fighting austerity, and I, for one, have engaged in my right of free speech and freedom of expression to say that I should have the right to go and question my politicians. I should have the right to go and question Mr. Balls and Mr. Murphy about about the austerity that they are doing. Yeah, you have a word with them here.
Staff here are wanting to leave.
Well, I've already been assaulted twice. I was trying to walk up this gentleman.